Vertex form equations look like this, where there might be a number multiplied in front of parentheses, but then you have parentheses around x, and it may or may not have a number added to it. But if there is a number in parentheses with x, that's h, the number at the end is k. That's what vertex form looks like. So let's use that information. I'm going to ask you to find the axis of symmetry in the vertex for the next few problems here. So problem 1, axis of symmetry is x equals h. So a, h, k, those are our numbers. So x equals 1. Whoops. So here's the thing. The h number is always opposite because you see that built-in negative sign. So if it looks like h is -1, that means it's +1. The vertex is that number from the AOS 1, comma, the k number 4. Same thing for the next one. The AOS is x equals -7. The vertex is -7, comma, -11. Because you don't make that one opposite. Next one, the AOS is x equals 0, can't have an opposite of 0, and then the vertex is 0, comma, -1. Done. Alright, this one we have the AOS is x equals +5, the vertex is 5, comma, what? What's the number added at the end? There isn't one. That means it's 0. Good. Now just one more aside here. If I bring in another example, f of x equals x squared minus 3, you would say the AOS is x equals, there's no number in there in parentheses with x, so that would just be 0. And the vertex would be 0, comma, -3. If there's not a number where there should be one, it's just 0. Alright, transformations. So if you have a number added or subtracted at the end, it moves the graph up or down. A positive is up, a negative is down, kind of makes sense. That's your k number. A number inside parentheses moves it left or right, but opposite of the way you'd expect. So you see this -1, you'd think you'd go left to where -1 is, but no, you go right. So so minus is to the right, plus is to the left. You kind of just have to memorize that. If there's a negative in front of the x that is squared, or in front of the x that has parentheses, the graph flips upside down. So let's look at a couple of these. Describe each transformation. The first one, the negative in front of it means it flips down, flips upside down. This +8, that means it's going to move left or right, opposite of the direction you'd expect. Plus is to the left. So the graph moves left 8. This +8, not in parentheses with x, means it's an up or down. It moves up 8. So you'll see what that means as we do it a little more. Now describe the transformations for this one. Is it left or right 3? Moves to the right 3, and it moves down 2. Now we have to graph it. So state the vertex. It's 3, -2, because that h number is always opposite. And let's graph it. 3, 2. 3, -2. Now I just make a normal parabola shape. It's not flipped upside down or anything, so it just opens up like normal. Done. Final answer. So you can see why we say it moves right 3 and down 2. Because normally it would start at the origin, but it got moved right 3 and down 2. Let's try another one. Describe the transformations. Well, first of all, it flips upside down because it has that negative in the front. And then it moves 1 unit to the right, right 1, and up 3. let's write what our vertex is. It's 1, 3. Let's plot that point, 1, 3. And because it flips upside down, make sure your parabola is opening downward.